We'll speak to Professor Richard Wiseman in just a second. First, Tom is in Newport. Hello, Tom.
Hi there, Ian.
Good evening. What do you want to say? Apple iPhones.
Yes, it is. Firstly, before I start, because it's going to sound like I'm against smartphones, I have one myself, and it's fantastic. But I think that iPhones and iPads are hugely overrated. I mean, an iPad, it looks great, and but it doesn't do any. I can't see that it does anything that a normal laptop won't do. So I don't see how it's the be-all, end-all. And it's the same with the iPhones.
But isn't what it... I mean, there's a couple of things I can think of to start with. First, it's much more portable and easy to take around. Secondly, you haven't got to wait for it to fire up. A friend of mine was at the Apple press launch last night for the iPad 2. And oddly, he was sitting next to a couple of journalists who had standard Microsoft operating systems on their laptops. And they sat there, the Apple people said, right, if you turn on your devices, there's Wi-Fi in the room, so it will all connect. And 10 minutes later, journalist sitting on his right is still waiting for Windows to open. Whereas an iPad isn't, you don't wait for anything, it just opens. So it does work as a very portable but not too small computer.
Okay. I mean, the main point I have, I've not really had a play with an iPad. I did have a go with an iPhone, and I wasn't overly impressed with it. I've challenged any iPhone owner to name something that an iPhone can do that is you would need every day, that I need, that my phone won't do. And people have said things like sat-nav, torch, and somebody even said spirit level. What everyday purpose would spirit level?
They're just little devices. I mean, the other day, strangely enough, I did use the torch, but you get torches on other phones.
Well, the smartphone, Android has all that.
Yeah, that's what it's exactly what we're saying. Android has all of that. However, it's a bit like, I don't know, you can buy a Porsche or you can buy a Vauxhall Viva, and both will get you around, and both will kind of do this. Both have headlights, horns, and wheels.
Yeah.
But one is a very stylish bit of kit that feels nice, looks nice, and therefore the experience of using it, which is, there is an aesthetic element to owning this stuff. I suppose that takes over.
I have a feeling that most of it's peer pressure. Most people I know have iPhones or Blackberries, and the thing is, at work, a lot of people talk. They say Xbox 360 and iPhones, they are the be-all, end-all. You have to have these, otherwise you're not with it. I don't. I have a PS3 and a Sony Ericsson, and I'm perfectly happy. In fact,
That's true.
I can even...
But it means you've got to walk around Newport knowing you are slightly inferior to the rest of us, Tom. That's the only difference, isn't it?
Inferior, okay.
Well, we like you, but, it's just you're kind of like a subspecies, you know what I'm saying.
Oh, okay. Thank you very much.
That's all right.
For that. Yeah. I know my friend Steve, who's probably listening right now, is probably agreeing with you.
Is Steve an Apple man?
He does. He actually has two iPhones.
Not Steve Jobs, is it? Because he's got three iPhones.
No. He has two iPhones and an Xbox 360, and half the time he's actually complaining that he either doesn't receive text on his iPhone or that the predictive text is sent off the wrong message.
But that's likely to be his operating, his phone company, network rather. Tom, listen, got to move on. Thank you for that.